Today we did a thing, as if we don't do a thing every day. But we stopped by the local garden center and we picked up some plants to start for our garden. What'd we get, Susan?
Well, we got broccoli, tomatoes, crooknecks, yellow squash, zucchini,
And peppers.
and peppers.
Yeah.
We got
Poblano.
and what looked like jalapenos. I don't know if they just said
Salsa.
yeah. I don't know what that means. And oh, we'll have spaghetti squash
From our seeds from last year.
and potatoes.
From seed potatoes.
Yeah, and
So we got
something else, but I'm forgetting it.
a yard of dirt from the same place. It's composted garden dirt, so
Yeah, because we live on a rock.
that's right. So this is a pepper. Do you know which one?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the sticky?
There's this. That's right.
I think you're doing a fine job.
Thank you very much.
There's a lot of dirt.
Try not to get coronavirus from it. Or whatever.
Toyota Corolla virus.
Yeah. Do like all this dirt though. Not a bad deal.
$50 for
Load.
a yard of composted garden soil.
Because we do not have dirt.
No, we have rock.
Yeah. We've been building up by putting down
Straw,
hay,
straw bales.
composting it.
Mater.
Later.
We can cut the mater trellises off of those other old pots. Or we can use those metal ones.
The metal ones are fine. So really, do hope they do better than last year.
Well, last year we had those cheap Walmart $1 mater plants.
Oh, yeah.
All they did was grow. They didn't produce any fruit.
No fruit. They teased us there for a minute.
Yeah, we had one on there.
They were big and green, nothing.
What's this?
Broccoli.
Let's chop up broccoli.
Broccoli. Okay, the story with broccoli and me. First time I grew it out in the garden was the first time I ever grew it. Just tried it, 2 or 3 plants, and these little yellow flowers sprung up from them. So I called my Aunt Sprat, who's been 99 years old for 99 years,
Yeah.
and she has got green everything.
Thumb, finger,
Man.
wrist, elbow.
Everything. So Aunt Sprat says, "Oh, well, you let it sit too long. Go ahead and cut off the top." I said, "Well, what about the flowers?" She goes, "Oh, you can eat them too." See, that's the little buds on top of broccoli. They bloom into little flowers. I said, "Well, I said something about pulling it up, the whole plant. She goes, no, no, no. Leave it in the ground. You might get 2 or 3 yields out of one plant. I'm glad I called her, because even if I had cut off the top, I probably would have thought the plant was dead and composted, or I might have just left it out there in the garden and then seen what happened. But sure enough, I got 3 yields on one plant and 2 on the other 2.
Cool.
So that was my first try at broccoli. So it helps to have
An old relative.
an old relative that, you know.
Is that the broccoli tagline right there?
Yeah, she's, Aunt Spratt and Uncle Whitey never drank pasteurized milk in their entire life.
That's why they live so long.
That's probably why they lived so long.
Mm.
Yes, Aunt Spratt and Uncle Whitey. Her given name was Emily Spratt. So, and they called him Whitey because when he had hair, it was white. But love him to death. Next year we might be able to start seeds. Well, more seeds than we are now.
We're just gonna
because I am going to try to build a greenhouse out of plastic bottles. Watched enough YouTube videos to know what I want to do with it. And we don't buy bottled water as much as we used to when we lived in the city, but we still do keep it around.
for emergencies.
Yeah, so we have some relatives that are, thank you, Julie.
And Gerald.
Yeah, and Gerald. I'm sorry, Gerald. That are collecting their water bottles, juice bottles, you know.
Julie's the crazy goat lady.
Yeah.
Goat!
We'll attach that and you can go watch it. So I've got 2 large, maybe Julie's got 1, big black trash bags full of plastic bottles.
She's got another one. I should have grabbed when I was up there, but
so,
now with the Toyota Corolla, I don't know when I'm going back
yeah,
up.
as long as she collects them up for us, that's fine. We've got some here, and we're gonna build a. Well, I'm gonna try to build along with Handy Jan, because I'll go she'll measure and I'll cut a little greenhouse. Like half of one, you know, like a little lean-to ones like this. And if it goes well, maybe we'll make a bigger one.
We got some clear poly roofing.
Yeah, we'll have to. We've watched enough videos. We think we might be able to do it. We'll try it. Where did we get those things?
We got them in Texas for free.
How many did we get? 3?
2.
2?
They were in this lady's backyard. And they're big enough to be swimming pool for the grandkids.
Yeah.
But not anymore. Just drill the butt holes in it.
We're going to try to put potatoes in there. Potatoes.
Potatoes. Alright, what we got done so far is 3 different pepper plants. 3 broccoli. 2 tomatoes. And then this big honking tote. It's got about 4 inches of dirt. We're going to start potatoes in there. And then we have this mound of dirt left over to add to the potatoes. And there are, I don't remember what they are, crookneck squash, yellow squash, and something else she had starts for. And then in the tires, we're going to put our spaghetti squash that we harvested seeds from last year. We had a lot of rain last couple days. And these are our 2 tomato plants that we recently transplanted into here. And zucchini or crookneck squash, not looking great. Awfully wet. Hopefully it'll dry out today. However, we did get our squash planted. And broccoli looks like it's doing really well. Can't wait to start eating that. Our pepper plants have flowers on them. See? And nothing going on in here with the potatoes yet. Speaking of garden, we harvested some of these gladiolas and lilies in the forest last year. We planted them in this little rock area at the corner of the driveway. And Susan, in her artsy-fartsy self, did flowers out of Gatorade lids. Pretty cool. So we just got flowers everywhere.